This is Top Accurate Global News Update. I am Abiodun Mohammed. 6 people were killed in the latest earthquake to strike the border region of Turkey and Syria, authorities reported on Tuesday, 2 weeks after a larger one killed more than 47,000 people and damaged or destroyed hundreds of thousands of homes. Monday's quake, this time with a magnitude of 6.4, was centered near the southern Turkish city of Antakya and was felt in Syria, Egypt and Lebanon. Turkey's Disaster and Emergency Management Authority (AFAD) said there had been 90 aftershocks. 6,000 tents were sent to the area overnight for residents alarmed by the new quake. The Ate Provincial Governor's Building, already damaged in the February 6th quakes, collapsed in the latest tremor, television footage showed. Turkish Health Minister Fahrettin Koca said 294 people had been injured, with 18 seriously hurt and transported to hospitals in Adana and Dortmund. Patients were evacuated from some health facilities that had remained in operation after the massive tremors 2 weeks ago, as cracks had emerged in the buildings, Koca said on Twitter. President Vladimir Putin on Tuesday vowed to continue with Russia's year-long war in Ukraine and accused the US-led NATO alliance of fanning the flames of the conflict in the mistaken belief that it could defeat Russia. Flanked by 4 Russian tricolour flags on either side of him, Putin told Russia's political and military elite that Russia would, in quote, carefully and consistently resolve the tasks facing us. Putin said Russia had done everything it could to avoid war, but that Western-backed Ukraine had been planning to attack Crimea. The West, Putin said, had let the genie out of the bottle in a host of regions across the world by sowing chaos and war. Defeating Russia, he said, was impossible. The Ukraine conflict is by far the biggest bet by a Kremlin chief since at least the 1991 fall of the Soviet Union, and a gamble Western leaders, such as US President Joe Biden, say he must lose. A Palestinian teenager has succumbed to Israeli army gunshot wounds he sustained 2 weeks ago during a raid in the occupied West Bank. The Palestinian Ministry of Health on Monday evening announced the death of Muntasser al-Shawa, aged 16, adding that he was severely wounded when a bullet pierced through his head from behind his ear. Al-Shawa was shot during an overnight Israeli army raid on the Balata refugee camp in Nablus city in the northern occupied West Bank on February 8. The army had raided Nablus that day to secure a visit by Israeli settlers to the flashpoint site of Joseph's shrine inside the city, during which confrontations with Palestinian youth broke out in the area. Al-Shawa's family told pressmen that the 16-year-old was standing on the side of the road watching the raid when he was shot and remained unconscious in the intensive care unit (ICU) for the past 13 days before passing away on Monday. Al-Shawa is the 51st Palestinian to be killed by the Israeli army and settlers in as many days. Tens of thousands of North Koreans and people in South Korea, Japan and China could be exposed to radioactive materials spread through groundwater from an underground nuclear test site, a Seoul-based human rights group said in a report on Tuesday. North Korea secretly conducted 6 tests of nuclear weapons at the Pyongyang site in the mountainous North Hamgyong province between 2006 and 2017, according to the US and South Korean government. The study by the Transitional Justice Working Group said radioactive materials could have spread across 8 cities and counties near the site, where more than 1 million North Koreans live and where groundwater is used in everyday lives, including drinking. It also said that neighboring South Korea, China, and Japan might be at risk due partly to agricultural and fisheries products smuggled from the north. The group, formed in 2014, worked with nuclear and medical experts and defectors and used open-source intelligence and publicly available government and UN reports for the study, which was backed by the National Endowment for Democracy, a non-profit corporation funded by the US Congress. Rescue workers in the Philippines are climbing an active volcano in a very risky operation to reach the wreckage of a small plane that crashed over the weekend with 4 people on board, officials said. The 4, including 2 Australians, were flying in a Cessna 340 aircraft when it went missing on Saturday morning after taking off for Manila from Bicol International Airport in the central province of Albay. several kilometers from Mount Mayon volcano. Civil aviation investigators on board a reconnaissance flight on Tuesday confirmed that the wreckage of a plane spotted near the crater of the volcano was the missing Cessna. It was not known if there are any survivors. Manila-based Energy Development Corporation said previously that the missing plane belonged to the company. The two Australians were technical consultants for the renewable energy company. Rain, clouds, and the risk of a volcanic eruption have hampered efforts to reach the crash site over the weekend and on Monday. That is the size of top accurate global news updates. You can follow us on our social media platforms as displayed on your screen. Happy Tuesday!